Hello again, welcome back to the vlog.
Hi.
Week 37, official week 37 baby update. I mean, we've been updating all week, but this one is the week kind of roundup, like the one that will be titled, and we'll go back and watch this one at. Okay, so this week was, honestly, I thought it was going down this week.
Going down for real?
And okay, so I know, okay, May 11th is the due date, so we're 3 weeks away. And
less than that now.
Yeah, less than that now. I understand that, okay, that's the due date, but here, you gotta understand my perspective. I got a text on Thursday, and she was telling me, you were telling me that you were leaving work because you were having a lot of contractions, and that you were going to the doctor to get checked out. And so I was like, oh, this might be going down. And then what did the doctor tell you?
Yes, so she told me I was not any more dilated, but this position of my cervix had changed, so it was possible that I was in early labor.
And so I heard those words. I heard early labor, and I immediately went to, it's going down sometime in the next few days. And so we went along with business as usual, and Friday morning, it was a change. So basically, every time there's been a big change, something new, we go to the doctor, or we like call about it, or whatever. But we woke up on Friday morning, and you told me that you've been having contractions throughout the night, waking up. And so at that point, we both decided that we weren't going to go to work, and that we were going to
stay home,
try to see, yeah. And so you can see how, in my mind, I'm thinking, it's going down sometime soon. And I know this isn't an indicator of anything, but I was like 5 weeks early, and I know, again, that's not an indicator of anything at all, but you gotta think that it's in my mind that it's possible, right? And anything's possible. So, it didn't happen, obviously. You're still in here.
Yeah, nice and safe and sound. And as we it was good. So I mean, so basically, from that, what brings us up to now is I went to the chiropractor on Friday evening, and that really helped. I found out that I had a couple things out of place, sacrum, pelvis, feet were one was longer than the other, and that's helped a lot with my pain, which has been awesome. So yeah, so the contractions have really miled it out, spread apart more. So so now I'm convinced I'm not in early labor. It's Braxton Hicks stuff going on, which is very common at this part in the pregnancy. My Braxton Hicks have gotten more and more, frequent over the overarching period of things, but with the adjustment, they're calmer, more manageable. I feel like I can work through them. Yeah,
I think that's the big, getting over, so I had started in my mind to hype up, like, oh, it's happening, and then once she got adjusted, and you got adjusted, and it was like, hey, I'm feeling a lot better now, and I'm not feeling as, the contractions have kind of let off. At first, I was going like, dang it. I was kind of hoping to have them, but then I had to reframe my mind and going, no, that's a good thing. Just because babies can be born early doesn't mean you necessarily are hoping for it. If it comes today, tomorrow, or Tuesday, it's fine. But we want you in there as long as you need to be in there.
Developing. Yeah. Because there's still, I guess, something that I didn't quite realize is, although all the major organs and for the most part Lincoln is developed, but there's still some more fine-tuning going on with his brain and his lungs specifically for the next couple weeks. Well,
and the way I kind of am looking at it is, Lincoln's gonna be born whatever day he's gonna be born, regardless of what I want or you want. And so had you not, maybe this getting adjusted, maybe her getting adjusted it'll help the next 2 weeks or so, however long it is, be more bearable.
Yeah.
And because the way I look at it is, if you wouldn't have gotten adjusted, then let's just say he comes on, let's just say that for sake of argument, Destiny says he's coming May 11th. So now, instead of you having to suffer through like you were to May 11th, it'll be a little bit better,
more manageable,
at least for the short term, because you got adjusted. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. So it's a net positive because you feel better, it's more bearable, we can kind of go on with our daily life, and when Lincoln does decide to get here, then it'll be, you won't have suffered unnecessarily. Like, it's going to hurt, like, you're going to get pain no matter what, but you were in some pretty serious pain, and if it wasn't labor pain, then what the heck, kind of thing, you know? So it's like, it's good that it's, you know, subsided a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and he's, I mean, it's cool. It's just really cool to think, like, of a couple of things, like with the, we're very impressed by the chiropractor.
Yeah.
Like, getting to see, Kyle actually came with me, because we walked down, and getting to see just like her making a couple changes, like how it like changed even the shape of like,
back so we can see.
I don't know if you can tell or not, but I feel like I'm a little bit less horizontal.
It was, yeah, the belly was like way, it was like more, yeah, horizontal, and then now it seems like it's more vertical down.
Right, which is good for Lincoln because it like basically makes an opening so he can get his head on down there. And
I mean, I'm really like super, it's like, I'm like fascinated by all that, and I'm really like excited, like you got adjusted, and like it just makes so much sense to me. Now you're like all aligned and everything, and
I'm gonna go back on Wednesday to see how he's positioned. I mean, after my appointment, I have an appointment on Tuesday, gonna see how he's positioned, how dilation and this stuff is going, and then if he's not here yet, we're gonna get adjusted again and just make sure he's in prime position.
Well, yeah. And we're getting down to like a handful of days now. Yeah, a handful of days. So the way we're looking at it is we're staying busy, keeping our minds busy on things, you know, so that we're not dwelling on like, you know, thinking about like, oh, can you come today? So keeping our minds busy. It's finally taking a turn for the better for the spring weather here in Ohio. So
that helps a bunch.
We're gonna be doing some yard work and stuff, and just kind of staying busy and enjoying long interrupted times where we can sleep and, you know, finish up the Netflix shows that we're watching. We did watch The Greatest Showman, and oh my lord, that's a great music. It's a good musical. All the music, I'm like, it's gonna be a problem for a while here in the Thain house. We're gonna be singing it all. You're gonna be noticing on the vlogs that we're gonna be singing it for a while. But yeah, you know, it's all about keeping Kristin here healthy and happy for the rest in Lincoln, the rest of the duration, how many days that is, and yeah. So it's just. I
guess the way that I'm looking at it is like the journey of like labor, and even the past, I hear the last couple weeks are the hardest, and I would agree. I'm sure that it's still going to get a lot harder. But it's been tricky. It's been, I think you would agree, it's been a little bit emotionally, physically taxing.
Yeah.
So trying to like take our time to like emotionally, physically prepare, rest up, things like that, so we're ready.
The thing is, like, the week 25 to 35 wasn't a problem because we just went on with our daily life, but the past 3 weeks, every week, you've thought that you are having Lincoln, so it's been very emotionally draining because you know, like, we can't just forget about, like, just go with our life and just kind of just go about it because there's been 2 false alarms and what happened on Thursday. So, you know, every time we try to just like go with the flow, we think it's gonna happen, and I get real excited, and it doesn't happen. So it's kind of like an emotional roller coaster.
Sure.
But I'm trying to stay kind of even about it. And now I'm like, okay, May 11th isn't that far away, so if that's when he comes or around that date, it's all good. And your gift?
Share with the world.
And remember,
you are worth it.
See you tomorrow.